Hey everyone, welcome back. Today's video is going to be something a little different. I feel like maybe I recorded something similar to this many years ago, but I'm not positive. But what I do once a month is I like to clean out my refrigerator and freezers. And when I say clean out, I mean take everything out of the freezer and the refrigerator, wipe it down, make it all nice and clean. And I also, when doing this, like to get rid of the things that are old, start freezing things that are going bad that we can still use as far as like cooking and stuff. So mainly like fruits and veggies. So I wanted to take you through and kind of show you the before and after video of how I did this or how I organized. And I also threw in a video of my pantry before and after, as well as I'm still trying to organize it and get it to be the way I want it. As of right now, I'm happy with the way they both look, but I'm sure they could use some improvement. But this is what's going to work for me and for my family right now. So if you want to see a video before and a video of how it looked after, go ahead, let's get into this video. Okay, so right now this is kind of how I have things going. And as you can see, we definitely need a revamp up in here. But starting at the top is kind of like where I put my like baking stuff and overflow of what I have backups of. And then down here, my goal was to have kind of the start of things that we need to use. Moving down to this one was more so like kids candy and popcorns over there and the chips and stuff. And then down here the goal was supposed to be like breakfast stuff and other things like that. And then all the way down here, the trash bags, the dishwasher detergent stuff, and then the emergency water. So let's see if I can make this look better. And then with this, you can see I have a lot going on, and I need to do the cleaning. So this is the before. And starting over here, we've got like our ice trays, our ice bucket. We've got like just things crammed everywhere. This is hamburgers. And then coming down here, I spent all yesterday cutting up the fruit and veggies we had purchased, but we just have like leftovers and fruit, veggies, eggs, like everything just scattered around. We have a towel in here because we had raw meat, and in case anything bled, we didn't want it to drip down and get all over everything. So we put a towel in there to catch it. Thankfully, it did not. But yeah, so these need to be cleaned and organized as well. Alright guys, and this is how the after is looking up there. I stuck still are like leftover, or not leftover, but backups. And I also put the stuff my husband uses, up high because he can reach up there. Some of our baked goods. And then coming down, I refilled our container of the peanut butter and some, like, the kids' snack thing, some pasta and canned goods. And then moving down here, Short Girl Problems left me with my drink thing here, along with some more, like the popcorn's back there, sardines my husband picked up, tortillas, and the kids' candy bag and the chips. And then down here, I kept it with the breakfast stuff. We have the potatoes over here. This has all of our beans, the Nutella. Actually, you'll see there's some rice right there, beans right back there. Also, a thing of bagels. There's like one left in there. This is some cereal in a bag. I'll actually put that there. Some nuts and a tacos. And then we have our oatmeal cereal, my kids' Pop-Tarts. And then down here, I kept it the way it is. We've got our waters, which I might end up moving eventually, but right now they fit, so that's where they're gonna stay. Our trash bags, again, may move, but honestly, it's working there right now, so that may stay as well. Mason jars and our dishwashing detergent for the dishwasher that may or may not move, but right now this setup is working really well for us. All right, and this is what we have after. We've got our ice trays, our ice bucket, Go-Gurts, popsicles, our frozen milk for smoothies, sandwich meat, some breakfast sausage, corn, chicken, fruit. I have frozen burgers. Over here, we have some bagels, some blueberry pancakes from before I was able to start making them. A head thing, you put it over your eyes and it helps with like headaches and all that. And then down here, we've got the butter, the cream cheese, sour cream, some soda, syrup. This is yeast for our homemade breads, beef sticks or turkey sticks. Coming down here, we've got our eggs, our fruits, and some carrots back there, cheese cubed and sliced that I did. We've got some watermelon, tomatoes, lettuce, strawberries, oranges, the cookie dough I made in a previous video, some milk, water, and then on the door we've got some more milk, eggs and cheese. Up here we've got some condiments, stick butter, and then coming all the way down we've got a couple more condiments and a Powerade. This is where I put some meats and then the cheese drawer. All right, guys, that is what it looks like. As I said, I only did a video before and a video after of both my pantry and my refrigerator and freezer. And a big part of that is because I'm not really sure how anyone feels about watching the whole clean out process. But if you are curious as to how I clean out my refrigerator and freezer, because I don't like having chemicals um, in my food space and like where my food's getting stored and things like that. Um, I got this bottle and my husband labeled it, and it is just straight up white vinegar. Distilled white vinegar is how I clean my refrigerator and my freezer. And I just spray it, wipe it out with a paper towel, and call it a day. Now, when we first moved in, I did do chemicals on it because it was our first time putting things in, and I really wanted to make sure I had a good clean. But since then, the only thing I do when I'm cleaning my fridge is just a spray bottle with distilled white vinegar and some paper towels. Now, something else, as I mentioned before, I do like to do these, and as I'm going, I like to freeze the fruit and the veggies that may be going. That way, I'm able to cook with them later on, and I don't feel like I wasted money. On things that just didn't get eaten quick enough. Something else I do recommend is before you go grocery shopping, it might be a good idea to go through your refrigerator, go through your freezer, and get rid of the things you don't use or have gone bad or you're no longer enjoying. Get that stuff out. That way you have a fresh, clean space for the food you want to eat. And another thing you could do is, I guess when you get home from the grocery store, you could do it then, but probably by then you're going to be over it all and just want to be done. So, probably like a before you go or a couple days before you go, just kind of go through as you're making your list and see what you like, what you don't like, what you need, get rid of what you don't, and it will make things so much easier. Also, do not forget to rotate. Rotating is the best thing you can do. That way, you know your food's getting eaten and it's not going to go bad before you get a chance to have it. So, make sure you rotate your food and make sure you have the clean out with the old and with the new type of mindset. And hopefully that tip would help so that way your food's not spoiling before you can eat it. Anyway, if you liked this type of video, go ahead, comment below, let me know, and I'll see y'all in the next one.